Welcome to Talk Palena, the podcast that helps you speak English with confidence. I'm Lena.
And I'm Paul. Hello, everyone.
We're so happy you're here. Today, we have a very important topic. It's a problem many English learners have.
That's right. The topic is why you can understand English but can't speak it, and more importantly, how to fix it.
Before we start, please remember to subscribe, like, and share Talk Palena. It helps us a lot.
It really does. Okay, Lena, let's start.
Okay, Paul, have you ever heard a student say, I understand everything, I can watch movies, I can read books, but when I try to speak, my mind goes blank?
Yes, all the time. It's so common. It feels frustrating, right? You have all the words inside your head, but they just don't come out.
Exactly. It's like a wall between your brain and your mouth.
So, why does this happen? What is the first big reason?
The first reason is translating in your head. When you want to say something, you think of the sentence in your native language first. Then, you translate word by word into English. This process is very slow and difficult.
Right. It makes conversations feel unnatural, and you pause a lot.
Yes. For example, instead of just thinking, the sky is blue, a learner might think in their language first, then translate each word. By the time they say the sentence, the moment in the conversation has passed.
That makes sense. So, what's the second reason?
The second reason is the fear of making mistakes.
Oh, this is a big one. I think everyone feels this. You want to say something perfectly, with perfect grammar and the perfect words.
Yes, and because you are afraid of saying something wrong, you say nothing at all.
Right. You just stay quiet. You worry that people will laugh at you or not understand you.
Exactly. But we need to remember, making mistakes is a normal part of learning. It's how we improve. Communication is more important than perfection.
I agree. So, we have translating in our head and fear of mistakes. Is there a third reason?
Yes. The third big reason is simple, a lack of practice.
Lack of practice. What do you mean?
Well, listening and reading are passive skills. You receive information, but speaking is an active skill. You have to produce the language.
So it's like a muscle. If you don't use your speaking muscles, they get weak.
That's a perfect way to describe it, Paul. You need to exercise your mouth and your brain to speak English.
Okay, so we know the problems: translating, fear, and no practice. This is great, but now the important question, how do we fix it?
Great question. Let's start with the first problem, translating in your head. The solution is to start thinking in English.
Thinking in English? That sounds very difficult for a beginner or intermediate learner. How can we start?
You start small, very small. Look around the room you are in right now.
Okay.
Name 5 things you see, but say them in English. For example, I see a lamp, a book, a window, a chair, and a pen.
Lamp, book, window, chair, pen. I can do that. It's simple.
Exactly. After you are comfortable with single words, you can make very simple sentences. My pen is black. The chair is big. I am sitting on the chair. This trains your brain to connect objects directly to English words, not your native language.
That's a great practical tip. Okay, what about the second problem? The fear of making mistakes. How do we get over that?
For this, you need to find a safe space to practice, a place where you feel comfortable making mistakes.
A safe space, like with a teacher or a very patient friend?
Yes, or even a language exchange partner who is also learning your language. They will understand your position. The most important thing is to change your goal. Your goal is not to be perfect. Your goal is to communicate.
Right, just to be understood.
And if you don't know a word, don't panic. You can use a very useful phrase. You can ask, how do you say, and then describe the word. For example, how do you say the thing you use to open a door?
A key? That's a great way to learn new vocabulary in a real conversation.
Exactly. Another useful phrase is, let me think. If you need a moment to find your words, just say that. It tells the other person to wait for a second. It's very natural.
Let me think. I like that one. It sounds much better than just a long, awkward silence.
It does. Okay, on to our final problem, lack of practice.
Right? How do we exercise our speaking muscles?
You need to create a daily speaking habit. It doesn't have to be long. 5 minutes a day is a great start.
So what can you do in those 5 minutes?
You can talk to yourself.
Talk to yourself? Really?
Yes, really. It's a fantastic way to practice with no pressure. You can describe what you are doing. For example, I am making coffee, now I am adding sugar.
Narrating your own life. I like that.
You can also read a short paragraph from a book or a news article out loud. This helps your mouth get used to making English sounds.
That's a good idea too. And what if you are in a conversation and you say something, but you realize it's not quite right?
That's a perfect time for another useful phrase. What I mean is, for example, you might say, I am very hungry for the movie. Then you realize that's not right. You can correct yourself by saying, sorry, what I mean is I am very excited for the movie.
What I mean is, that is so helpful. It makes you sound much more fluent when you can correct yourself smoothly. These are great practical tips, Lena. But I think there's another piece to this puzzle: confidence. Even if you practice, you need the confidence to actually use your English in the real world.
That's a fantastic point, Paul. Confidence is key. So how can our listeners build that self-belief? So, we've talked a lot about the importance of practice. Now, it is your turn to speak.
Well, one thing I always recommend is to focus on your body language. Stand tall, make eye contact, and smile. It sounds simple, but it can make a huge difference in how you feel and how native speakers respond to you. That's right, we want you to try it right now. We are going to be quiet for 30 seconds.
Here is your task. Look around you, find an object, any object. I want you to describe it out loud.
Tell us, what is it? What color is it? Is it big or small? What do you use it for? Try to speak for the whole 30 seconds. Are you ready?
Okay, your time starts now.
Time's up. How did that feel?
Great job. Even a short practice like that helps build your confidence. The more you do it, the easier it gets.
That was so useful, Lena. So let's quickly summarize the main advice for our listeners.
Of course. First, to stop translating in your head, start thinking in English with simple words and sentences.
Right. Name objects around you. Second, to beat the fear of mistakes, find a safe space to practice. And remember that communication is the goal, not perfection.
Yes, and use useful phrases like, let me think, or how do you say? And third, to get more practice, create a daily habit of speaking English, even if it's just talking to yourself for 5 minutes.
These are all amazing tips. And remember, everyone, learning a language is a journey. Be patient with yourself.
That's the most important advice. You are doing a great job just by listening to this podcast.
Definitely.
Well, that's all the time we have for today on Talk Palena.
We hope this episode helped you. If you enjoyed it, please subscribe and share it with your friends who are also learning English.
Your support means the world to us. Thanks for listening and keep practicing.
See you next time. Bye.
Bye, everyone.